Thanks very much. I'd like to thank Trinity College for organising and inviting me to this very positive event, and all of you for coming tonight. It's quite nice to actually meet some voters in what is probably the oddest election I've ever been involved in. I've been living in Brussels for just over 4 years now, and that's 2 referendums, 1 local European election and 1 general election in Irish time. In Belgian time, there's also been 1 general and 1 regional election, as well as European and local elections. And bar the European elections, I've been barred from voting in all of them. I've come home to get involved in the marriage equality referendum in the last general election, and again had no legal right to vote whatsoever. Along with almost all the other 1 in 6 Irish people living abroad, I was participated from every single one of these elections, are into some of the most restrictive voting laws in the world. With essentially your automatic right to vote effectively ending as soon as you step on the airplane. For 125 other countries allow postal, embassy or proxy voting. These mechanisms are not difficult, as we're seeing for this election. The postal balloting is taking place. We've got Irish citizens abroad voting in this election, and it's all being done without too many problems. This need not distort our democracy. I'm running with Barry Johnson on the NUI panel, who's here tonight also. We're running jointly on an immigrant manifesto, which is looking at different mechanisms in which we can make sure that we can include the people, the recent Irish immigrants, and encourage, put it into action the government's talk of welcoming these immigrants home. Returning immigrants face different challenges such as housing, as employment and taxation and other issues, and we think that they need a special voice in Seanad Éireann. We want to make sure that the latest wave of emigration is a temporary one, and to keep these immigrants engaged with the Republic. I've been a committed environmentalist since a young age, and before moving to Brussels I worked with Oisin Coughlin, who's here today as well, standing on the panel at Friends of the Earth, and also with the Irish Green Party. In Brussels I've been working on European environmental policy with the European Greens, with Greenpeace, and with my current employer working on EU marine environmental policy. These experiences have reinforced my belief that the EU can be a crucially positive force in helping to protect and improve our world. The Union allows Ireland to have at least some voice in global governance and gives us greater influence in issues such as trade, development and the fight against climate change. If elected, I would promote an approach that always considered the environmental impact of all government actions. It's my belief that the role of the university senators is unique, and that Trinity senators have played a prestigious and important role in highlighting issues and providing a constructively critical approach to government legislation. However, I also believe that it is easy to overpromise on our level of relative influence on the formation of policy. Even when standing together with the other independents of the NUI panel, we have only 1/10 of the votes in the upper house, and working with others, including those in political parties, will be essential. Whole-scale new legislation on issues with big spending implications is likely beyond our abilities, as is full reform of the upper house and the way it works. What we can do, however, is pick specific, limited policy areas where we can focus our attention and maximise our impact. For me, standing as I am on a platform of environment and European affairs, I believe that the issue of the transatlantic trade and investment partnership is one area where a critical approach is desperately needed. This agreement, which at its core is designed to reduce non-tariff barriers, could pose a serious threat to many of the most significant achievements of EU policy in areas such as consumer and environmental protection, agriculture and health. We need someone in the Seanad who has enough of an understanding and engagement with the EU and its institutional actors to critique and tackle the agreement as it makes its way through the European and legislative processes. I hope you'll join me in supporting a fairer voting system, a greener Seanad and a more equal and stable approach to the European policy. Thank you very much.